Morning guys, it's about 4 a.m. I want to welcome you to Adventures of Abel episode 18. This will be the first of many, but this one is going to be a minimum of 3 days and 3 nights. And you guys are going to come with us. So come along and enjoy the ride. Some of you were asking how much Abel weighs fully loaded. We're loaded to the hilt today, and there's your answer, about 22,500. Still below 26,000 gross, but there you go, there's your answer. Guys, we've gone about 80 miles so far, so let's start checking some temperatures. We'll start with our hubs here. That one's at 85, that's a front one. The rear ones will be a little bit warmer. 115 on that one. $127 on that one. And 90 on that one. On the hubs, if you start getting above 150 degrees on them, something's wrong. You might want to check your hub fluid levels. Let's check the return line for the power steering. It's pretty much at ambient. And the hydraulic line is just a little bit more than that. Let's check the return line going back to the tank. If I can get the laser, there we go. Oh yeah, the return line cools it way down. It's 60 degrees. So everything seems to be running the way it should. Let's check our transmission here. About 126. Differential, I guess you should say. And let's check the rear one. Rear one's always going to be a little bit warmer because remember you're running 70-30 on the freeway. So 70% of your power is coming to the rear. So everything on the rear is going to be a little bit warmer. Everything looks normal. We're going to keep going. Hey guys. Willow's being a smart mouth. We're at we're taking a short break, grabbing something to eat. You see Abel back there? See him? Ooh yeah. Anyways, we're taking a short break. We're at Dash Point State Park. There is a huge lake behind me. You probably can't see it. It's behind all those trees. But we need to just take a break. We got a couple hours of driving left to get to our first destination on this anniversary Adventures of Abel episode. So we're gonna just take a little break and enjoy some of the sunshine and the nature sounds for a little bit. Alright guys, no trip would be complete without a stop at Home Depot. Got a few little parts here. 5/8 by 1/2 MIP. Got 2 of those. And a 5/8 hose coupling. And a 1/2 inch all brass everywhere. No plastic on the inside. Shutoff valve. Grand total with discount under 20 bucks. Gonna show you guys later on in this episode what we're gonna use these for. And I think you'll like it. It's a pretty cool mod. Alright guys, we made it to our first stop. We are on some of Willow's relatives' property, and we're here for a wedding. Let me show you. So this is a wedding for Willow's niece Asia, and she's getting married to Joey. And we're gonna be here to witness this event. They have a pretty big property. They've got quite a few different structures out here, but this should be fun. That's their house. There's Michael, he's out mowing the lawn. So yeah, we're gonna have a blast. We got Abel set up in the corner of their property here, so this will be awesome. What, it was November 1960.
Welcome to all of you. It is a beautiful occasion that brings us here today, so we celebrate. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage. And when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing here on the stage, looking fancy, holding flowers, being stared at by pretty much everyone who has ever meant anything to you in the past 20-some odd years. So why do you do it? Marriage ceremony has been an important feature across every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments in our lives.
Her beautiful smile, the way she made me feel when I looked into her eyes, was always so beautiful no matter what happens.
you all skin.
Well, there you have it. Asia and Joey hooked the knot, and we're gonna do a little celebration. Morning, guys. It's about 6 a.m. here in just outside of Ellensburg. Look at these clouds. Slept really good last night. Rained a little bit. That was a very soothing sound on the shelter. Check out these cows back here. They're pretty awesome. Yesterday I was kind of hanging out with them. They act like dogs. It's crazy. You like hold out some grass to them and they try to play with you. Pretty neat. Anyhow, we're gonna do some service checks on Abel since we drove about 300 miles yesterday, and just go over some of the stuff and make sure everything's good to go before we pack up and move to our next location, which will be more remote. And I got something to show you this morning. Alright guys, I made up this assembly. Come on, focus. There we go. I made up this assembly, and if you look through it right now, it's closed, and everything on this is brass. So you want to make sure you get this one at Home Depot. When you do, I couldn't find any of the quarter turn close valves, which would have been more ideal, but this will work just fine. Okay, so what we're going to do with this valve is, you see these two hoses here? Okay, so these go to your heater core. In the summer, you want to be able to shut the flow off to this so that there's no extra heat coming into the cab. And this is just a little tip to help some of you guys that don't have air conditioners in your cab stay a little bit cooler, because that thing generates a tremendous amount of heat if you don't stop the flow to it. So right here I have that brass coupling. We're going to open this up. We're going to put the valve in, and we're going to shut it because it's getting pretty warm out and we don't want that extra heat in the cab. Alright, so there you go. Got the valve installed. Now you have a way of closing this in the summer so it's not so hot in the cab when you open the vent. If you don't have a set of these clamps, they're really handy. Get a set at any auto parts store or off Amazon or whatever, especially if you need to take fittings apart out in the field. You don't want to lose all your fluids. There you have it, guys, neatly tucked away behind the grill. You could still reach in and get to it, which is pretty handy. So shut off valve for the heater inside the cab is complete. An apple? Apple? I guess they don't like apples. I'm gonna give them the apples anyway. Maybe they'll take them. Not in my hands. They seem pretty excited about the apples. Oh, he did eat it. Want another one? You guys want another apple? There you go, apples for days. After 300 miles of driving, this is what our air conditioning hose setup looks like. I don't see any abrasions anywhere. None of the fittings are leaking. None of them are loose. Everything seems to be okay. This back here, it's doing its job. You can see just the smallest mark on there from the probably just resting up against that. These lines right here, this is just an air intake line. There's really nothing bothering it too much, and it's like 4-layer silicone. So the only other spot I would be concerned about is back here as it comes over the hump with the cooling lines, and it's looking good back there too. So everything seems to be riding in the position it should be. The air conditioning lines kind of fall into place on the other side of the drag link or the steering arm here, so everything's looking good. No problems whatsoever. I'm over here doing system checks, and look at the cows now. Now that they got those apples, they're all mad cowing me. I brought some more over there and threw them on the ground, and they frickin' jump around like happy kids. It's crazy. All right, guys, we're getting ready to head out to a new location for tonight. I think we're gonna head to Notches. We found a cool place up there a long time ago, and we're gonna see if we can remember how to get there. First, I think we're gonna go with the family on a little nature hike to some prehistoric forest or something like that, but gotta top off the water tanks while we're still on our friend's property here, and then we'll head that direction. Guys, we're at this gem shop out here in where the heck is this place? Vantage, Washington, and of course we're out here with Abel, and check this out. What are the chances that we come across a stack of Michelin XLs 395 8520, and I believe these are the aluminum MRAP rims and run flats. Unbelievable. It's crazy that something like this would come up, and they have the CTIS stuff on it too. I wonder if they're selling these, because I'm looking for some of these wheels. So crazy. Check it out. We're at this petroglyph area that has this really cool view. Well, there's a rest area down there, but check this out. See the freeway on the other side there? Pretty awesome. And while my Veterans Pass is good in Oregon, in Washington we need one of these for a lot of these places, so Willow picked one up. That's a pretty good score. For some reason, most of the machines were broken, but we were able to get one of these from the Ranger. Check out these petroglyphs down here, guys. And looks like you can't escape vandalism, which is really sad.
Really sad. I really like that one. I wonder what that is. If it's an animal with the circles carved out.
Guys, check this out. The world gets even smaller when you're driving around. Look at this. 2 6x6s, one's a tanker, and one's a brush rescue. I was talking to the owner, William, a little bit. He doesn't want to be on camera, but he's spent quite a bit of time getting these babies running right. And God, they look nice. Look at the tanker, man, that's sweet. Oh, we had to make a stop at Carl's Jr. If you guys haven't tried the Beyond Burger, give it a shot. You might like it. If you don't, you never have to have it again, but give it a shot. We try to find the Carl's Jr.'s when we can because we really enjoy them. Guys, look. These things are so awesome. We love the Beyond Meat Company. They do quite a bit of good, and you just can't go wrong ordering these. Guys, we're here in, I don't know where the heck we are, close to Notches, but we're at an O'Reilly's, and we're gonna change out the front hub oil. Something I didn't do before we took the trip, and it's just convenient to do it right here. We got a little bit of time, so we're gonna take care of it. Well guys, the driver's side was getting a little noisy, and it only had 8 ounces in it. The no, I'll get that set up. The passenger side had 12 ounces in it, so good thing we stopped and checked, and we're just getting the maintenance done right here, and that'll be it. Filling it back up. Guys, this is quite possibly the most epic spot Abel has ever taken us to. You are not going to believe this. This is nuts. It's windy up here, but look at the elevation gain. This is crazy. I can't even begin to imagine that we would ever come to a spot like this with our giant expeditionary rig. This is so awesome. Look at these clouds. Oh, this is perfect. We are probably 10 miles outside of Natchez on FS Road 13. I think it's NSF 1301 or 1302. And we have views in all directions. Oh, this is totally crazy. I would never expect. I would never expect. Not in 100 years. This is pretty awesome. We were driving on the freeway down there. Check this out. We were driving on the freeway down there. You guys see the freeway? And I pointed up to this hill and I said, we need to find the road that gets up there. And Abel's GPS that we're using redirected the route to this spot. I kid you not. I don't know if it's just blind luck, but this is by far so epic. We are higher up than all the other hilltops around here. This is crazy. I'm going to have to try to get some drone footage. It is really windy up here, but I am going to have to try to get the drone up, send Mavic up, and get some footage of this because this is just breathtaking. Oh, man. Guys, I'm going to try and send Mavic up so you get an aerial view of where we're at.
Forest Service Road 512 off of the White Pass. And we found this amazing place. You can see Abel there in the distance. I'll walk over there here in a moment, but I'm just reading the sign. It's a partnership between Conservancy's Department of Fish and Wildlife and looks like some big cattle associations, the Ruritania as grazing rights, and as well as helping protect the land. It's a very unique I guess effort of Conservancy. Oh, this land is absolutely beautiful. This gate is just hatched by a small chain, no lock on it. So I'll take you over to the other area where we're camping tonight. I can't even believe all this is some of the most beautiful country I've seen.
Yeah. That's good stuff. My drone battery was really low, and so was the tablet. So I only had like 7% screen time left on the tablet, so I had to bring them down pretty quick, but I did get them back. So charging everything up, I might do a little sunrise drone action in the morning. Like a storm is heading directly this way.
Yeah, it's coming around for us. Oh my goodness. Look at these pretty white flowers.
Lots of flowers up here, that's for sure. We're thinking that those clouds over there that keep getting closer are bringing a storm, and it's coming from all directions. So we're gonna get in the shelter and maybe watch some Amazon Prime videos I downloaded on one of the tablets before we came out, and enjoy the rest of the evening. This sure is an epic spot up here. We've been walking around for about an hour. Look at the clouds, that's just amazing. They're so vivid.